And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 8th of January. January 8th is National Snuggle a Chicken Day. For a society that claims to love birds, we sure have brutalized chickens. Chickens were domesticated as far back as 10,000 years ago. Initially, they were primarily bred for cockfighting, something that was finally outlawed in all 50 states as recently as 2008. Later, they began to be considered a source of food. In Zoroastrianism, an ancient Persian faith, the rooster was portrayed as a spirit that crowed at dawn to signify the cosmic struggle between darkness and light. In Christianity, the story of Peter denying Jesus before the cock crowed led Pope Nicholas to decree that a rooster figure should be placed atop churches. The modern-day chicken is the product of intensive genetic modification. Over the decades, chickens have been bred to grow unnaturally large, unnaturally quickly. This rapid growth comes at a heavy cost. Many chickens suffer from heart failure, broken bones, and an inability to walk due to their unnatural size. They are treated as commodities, not living beings. In the 1950s, chickens raised for meat grew to be 900 grams. In the 1970s, they grew to be 1,800 grams. And in the 2020s, they grow to be 4,200 grams. Consider chickens used to produce eggs. Chickens are descendants of the guinea fowl, a regal bird, who, like all birds, only lays 1 or 2 clutches of eggs each year in the spring or summer. Today's egg-laying hen has been manipulated into a bird who lays eggs nearly every day of the year. This constant egg production is taxing on the hens. There are medicines that can be administered to stop this unnatural life of constant ovulation and menstruation we've created for them. Stopping ovulation can help hens recover nutritionally and reverse osteoporosis because when hens lay eggs, all of their nutrition goes toward the egg and shell first. And what of their brothers? In the egg-laying industry, whether in backyards or in factory farms, the males, or roosters, are considered unnecessary waste products and are destroyed. Because of intensive breeding, there are more chickens on the planet on any given day than all other birds combined. For that matter, chickens far outnumber humans. There are over 20 billion chickens in the world. Chickens used for meat are slaughtered at just weeks old. Chickens are affectionate beings and love to be near and snuggle with humans they know. They experience rapid eye movement and sleep, which means they dream just like any human. Like most birds, chickens can see ultraviolet light, which is invisible to humans, giving them a much wider range of colors and shades. They can see the sunrise before humans can. Mother hens talk and communicate with our chicks while they're still inside the eggs, and the chicks talk back with tiny peeps, creating a pre-hatch bond. This day reminds us there are 2 choices when it comes to animals, kindness or exploitation, and kindness is always the better choice. The publication of Animalia, Americana, Animal Representations and Biopolitical Subjectivity by Colleen Boggs was on this day in 2013. Concentrating on the formative and disruptive presence of animals in the writings of Frederick Douglass, Edgar Allan Poe, and Emily Dickinson, Boggs argues that animals are critical to the ways in which Americans enact their humanity and regulate subjects in the biopolitical state. Biopower, or a politics that extends its reach to life, thrives on the strategic ambivalence between who is considered human and what is judged as animal. A renegotiation of the species line produces a tension that is never fully regulated. An original contribution to animal studies, American studies, critical race theory, and post-humanist inquiry, Boggs thrillingly reinterprets a long and highly contentious human-animal history. And here's a poem for today, The Rooster, by Abu Qasim Asad ibn Billita. Up he stands to declare the darkness done, for the bird trimmed with a poppy who rolls his lustrous eyes for us, With song he calls to prayer, and he complies with his call, beating his great plumes, flexing his shoulder knuckles. The emperor of Persia perhaps wove his crown. Personally, Mary the Copt hung pendant rings from his ears. He snatched from the peacock his most attractive cloak, and still not comforted, took his strut from a duck. The Rooster by Billita. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with a reminder that all creatures, great and small, deserve to enjoy their lives.